Hey, look, we're back. And where we last left off, Heismay opened showcases racing to Parapus because, you know, they did kill his son. But more importantly, we fought a giant sea monster, showcasing that Forden was up his own ass when he said, "Oh yeah, we got rid of all of them." Piece of shit. Now then, let's talk about something going on in the video game industry. What's it called? So the president and the founder and CEO of Insomniac Games, who has been the president and CEO for almost 30 years now, is now stepping down. I mean, luckily it's not going to like investors or anything. It's going to like people who have also been part of Insomniac for just as long. But it's just kind of sad to see like this person who has been making games and making good games. Like seriously, go look at Insomniac's games track record. They really haven't made a bad games. They've made middling games, but they really haven't made any bad games. So here's hoping they're able to maintain their level of quality, you know? By the way, let's keep going with this. I must say, I'm impressed with this kitchen. Certainly a stark difference from when I traveled alone. At the time, a dish's flexibility outweighed the flavor profile, and even with a few ingredients, the best meals were ones most thought through. In fact, I fear with such amenities I shall grow soft. There's no greater dishonor than those who easily cast aside necessity.
On God! So
be it. We shall dine as road-weary travelers, using only barest essentials. But rest assured, it will taste like no such thing. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the sweeter things in life.
Ah, goodness.
Oh, the finest cookery here, I see. But let us only use what we must.
Unnecessary.
The fire doesn't wait. But nature is not to be so underestimated. We shall cook it through in one go. Wow, it's a finely honed
Your
dish.
thoughts?
Steadfast stew is complete. I promise you a superb dish, did I not? I'm still upset they're not showing us what it looks like. Also, it's really obvious who we're gonna talk to. Hey, let's talk. Let's have a little combo. How you living?
What do you want?
What do you want? Gordon Tuna here. You're such a bloody bella. We got something to say. Out with it. By his words, he seems a little more me. Yes, let's talk. Fine, but only for a bit. Not like you shut up about it, but I said no. I would not. You're correct.
What do you want?
So, what do you want? You're trying to get closer to me. You're wasting your time. I just wanted to chat.
No.
You want to lie to a mirror, mates. You're trying to win us over. Well, fine. Suppose I could use the opportunity too. See, I've got one warning for you.
A word of warning.
If you try anything funny with Lady Chuna, I'll make you regret being born. I promise you I won't. I'd remember that if I were you. You done talking? What, you think I'd go thank you for yesterday? Not at all.
No.
Hardly makes a difference if I live or die anyway.
Seriously.
It's just true that you ended up being the only one to save Lady Chuna for Sex Priscilla. For that, at least, thank you.
Well?
No matter what your agenda is. What agenda? What agenda do you think I have? I'll figure it out soon enough. Well, a debt's a debt. Think what you want about me, but I've got my own code. I'll return the favor before long.
Leave?
Don't get it twisted, yeah? This is the end of the conversation. I'm not out here to stand around chatting with the likes of you. Shites. Lose my damn mind out here. Whatever. Here, now bugger off. Yo! A handmade flute! Saw a Parapus peddler in Bridgehaven selling souvenirs. Bought this on a whim. Gave me this whole story about how it sounds wards off evil. I'm not planning on dying out here, you idiots. With you idiots. It's just for a peace of mind. It's better than nothing. Well, be at the campment soon. And while I have an ear, your ship rocks like a bug in the storm. Let that clumsy driver of yours, if he doesn't shape up, I'll throw him overboard and sail it myself. I'm dead serious, like. Jesus Christ. Man, it's gonna be really sad when we eventually do have to break it off.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
I wonder who's the least talked to person in that conversation.
What to pick?
Whew. We're finally done spending our nights at sea.
What now? I'll let my fists do the talking.
Okay, we're still good then. Yoink. Be hitting Virgo Island tomorrow, yeah? You say you want to be useful for Aunt Louise, then better put your luck to work. And remember, I'll be watching, or will be watching.
All right then.
Let's go.
Come on.
Don't like to see at night. There's no knowing which ways they're coming from, and when I think about accidentally falling in, ugh. Oh, I can't cook anything new? Never mind then.
Hey there.
Harvest?
Whoa. Did you know?
Crazy this machine can make the soil fertile enough to grow these seeds in only one day. So well, lots of things get attracted here. Sometimes things we didn't plant grow too. If you see something you can use, like, yeah, I guess you should take it. Oh, cool. That's not how bait works though, but
What
sure.
now?
Almost maxed out on that. Alright,
then.
where to next? Where to next? Imagination?
Let's go.
Let's go to Heisme. I mean, Juna's fine, but I prefer
Well met.
Hulkenberg. Did I say Heisme? Ah, well met. I don't suppose you're you're as overburdened with free time as I am. Certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? I've heard in the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, I might be able to hold my imagination. Yeah, sure. The sea breeze is accompanied by a scent that soothes the heart, is it not? That aroma recalls the fresh seafood of Bridhaven. My imagination runs wild with possibilities of what awaits us next. The insects of such a fertile land must be overly favorable. You're so passionate about food.
Well then, true.
Much of what we consume is quite deadly if eaten raw. I merely honor the sacrifices of our ancestors who suffered so we may dine safely to just. You know what? I can respect that. Can you just like imagine? Like, I remember having this conversation like years ago, talking about like, imagine the first people to try most of this stuff, right? Like, imagine the first person to try cow milk. Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing underneath the animal and start tugging on it. Oh man, this tastes pretty good. Or cheese! I'm gonna let this thing sit out in a certain way for long enough. You know, this isn't bad, actually. Like, think about how many people got sick and just got hurt before to have the concept of so many of these foods become a thing. You gotta respect it. I experienced so many wonderful new flavors since our time in Martyria. At this rate, I have high expectations for Virgo Island. Virgo is characterized by its isolation from the rest of the world, which I hope will result in heretofore unseen ingredients and culinary techniques. Oh, I feel as ravenously longing from historic cuisine. Despite having never experienced, let us make haste to Virgo Island.
All right.
There we go. Now I need more eloquence. It's a late hour than I realized. I know our journey demands ample rest, but I would like to continue conversing with you. Talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Luis has sent an emissary to Virga Island.
As reported by a crier. It's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lance. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
Oh-ho!
So long as our sojourn at sea will come to an end today, we'll should arrive around noontime. But We must make preparations. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I like to hope we could just pop in and grab a lance and pop right back out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same. But we best prepare for our long stay. This island is infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be welcome.
Then...
Maybe I should take a nice cold shower before we arrive. We don't even know if there will be any real inn there for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Virga Island. Virga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict, as though it knows it is unwelcome. The Gauntlet Runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head-on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside?
What's wrong?
I heard a voice.
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hustle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit. And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dunk me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint? You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Oh.
Whoa! It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt off me.
I can already tell my friend would love this character.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the Dragon God.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
No.
Del, let's go.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
Oh, wait!
Behave yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? Here to steal Dracodios, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Whoa!
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neros.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and they weren't, gentle about asking.
Batlin?
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Batlin! What'd you do this time?
What did you do this time? Oh, you wound me, sir. I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate cross the waters of Virga Island, so I naturally had to follow. I thought stowing away on that Mastari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous. Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Juno, you will put respect on my boy Batlin's name.
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Juno, you will put respect on my boy Batlin's name, or you will get out of this party. I will trade him for you in an instant.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
It's the elder guy. It's blatantly obvious the elder guy. His hair's, the bottom part of his hair is literally the exact same. He has the same outfit.
Master Adeni. There are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them.
Oh, their third eyes don't blink.
Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Borden. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait. Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
My guy, it's not
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision, because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God, your father and mother both.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
So it's either him that's gonna be my next ally, or the priestess. It's one of the two of them.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
No.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the Dragon God.
Yeah, nah.
Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not. If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
It's a human. The Dragon God's a human.
Bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope.
Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lance. I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited. And one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them? Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty.
Ugh.
Come on, Del, we can't leave him high and dry. The fair lady Juna likes him, don't she?
And the fair lady's the only one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control. Oh.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine.
Liar.
We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this.
I don't want to kill him, because these are...
Lady Juna. Let's get those bindings off. Easy does it. Calm down, you amateurs.
Oh, thanks. I'd hoped you'd come back for us.
We know where the lance is. Let's move.
Wait, aren't you going to untie the others?
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
What? Since when do you follow orders to the letter?
I've already told you we can't trust these people, and now it's clear we can't even trust them to protect you.
He did a fine enough job saving your life out at sea.
Del!
He's one of us now. Lord Luis gave him direct personal orders, and you'd still leave him to die. I promised Lord Luis I'd keep an eye on him too. If you get him killed, I'm the one who's failed.
Hear, hear. 3 appropriately stealthy cheers for cooperation. And I'd be very much obliged if some generous spirit could get me untied too.
Ugh. Better to let a church leech rot. You're annoying, and you talk too much.
Hey, I'm getting tired of all this Batlin disrespect.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Funny thing though, I get more chatty the more distress I'm in, and I'm quite beside myself here.
We could just shut him up permanently.
No!
Del, you don't want to leave a mess. If things get dicey, we've got some meat shields at the least, eh? Gonna need all the manpower we can get if we want that lance.
Is the lance somewhere dangerous?
Well, about that. Turns out this dragon god might be a bit more real than we thought. And more bent out of shape.
They're sacrificing some village lass to it, and the crowd was scared stiff besides. We can't rule out that this dragon's more than a folktale.
So we're to face a dragon? Well, that's just lovely. Untie everyone this instant. Or do you fancy better chances with fewer swords?
Oh, fine, I get it. Just give me a second.
I mean, we fought a dragon before.
Oi, kid. Don't make me regret this.
Nice to be back on the team.
You're completely mental, you know that? Just don't drag us down. Fine, just get over here and I'll let you loose. You're going last. Considering the size of the island, there's only the one settlement. The chief's young, too, goes by Edeni or something.
Edeni? Was he not the Mastari candidate we met before? I'd no idea he was this island's ruler.
He and the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of the deserted islands. That's where we find the lance. Oh, and the girl marked for death is his sister.
His own sister?
Something about appeasing the dragon god's anger. All these islanders worship it, and they say the calamities come from its fury.
Is that true?
Course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted around an actual dragon or a made-up one.
Fair point. I'm curious about this Dracodios being a divine relic myself. If it was found in that temple, then the temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
Should this creature exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason. No torment is worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich from a fallen knight. You think nobody makes sacrifices out there in the real world? Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these people are doing what needs to be done.
Huh, fair enough. Though it would seem beyond the pale, it is not our scale of morality that measures them.
Yet I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here for the lance. Got enough problems without you trying to fix theirs.
These people offer up their very lives for peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but it's like seeing sanctism reflected in a mirror.
We'll get the spear, of course, but we won't let anyone die. That should be good enough. We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone in need, no exceptions. Right, my friend?
Bet.
Yeah, of course.
That settles it.
Indeed. 'Tis the path we've chosen. Let us withdraw to the Sea Runner first. It shall bear us across the waters to this temple island.
Go on. Give them a chance.
Denny!
Please, help my sister.
Wait, he's...
Please help. My sister, Yufa. The temple full of Makla.
Pull yourself together, man. He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, 'tis too deep a wound for its capabilities. To the village, then.
What, are you mad? You just broke yourselves out of that damned place.
We cannot leave him to die.
I don't understand you lot.
No, this could work out for us. He's the island's chief, right? If we save his life, the whole village might come around on us.
What are you talking about? We already know where the lance is. All we have to do now is take it.
Not happening.
And how about this? I'll follow him because I'm assigned to keep an eye on him. And you have to keep an eye on me because you're my bodyguards, right?
Bullied.
Fine. Be my guest. But if it comes down to you or the lance, you know I'll have to take the lance.
That's fair.
Whatever happens, I can't trust anyone but my family. And my Lord Luis.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected. Go tell Nearest what's going on. To be honest, it's possible we won't make it back.
Getting a bit messy, this. Not that I mind. Consider the favor returned. The Gauntlet Runner's just further down, right?
Right. We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
Where am I?
Chief!
I'm still alive.
You're in one of my spare rooms at the inn.
You see, these people brought you here.
Wonders never cease. It's you. But you were being hunted. How did you manage to return safely?
Two of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened? Where is your sister?
We made it to the temple, but the air was thick with magla. Some of the island's beasts have turned feral.
You mean the melancholia set in?
They made short work of our guards. Yufa and I were separated. I was the only one who fled to the sea.
My word. Then we need to gather more troops. If we don't act, the ritual...
No. Our soldiers cannot stand against those horrors. We'd only be sending more to their deaths.
But...
Then we can do the honors. We've our own reasons to see the lance. And such monsters do not frighten us. But there's something I need to ask you first. Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you complete the sacrificial ritual? Or are we bringing her back?
Please, bring her home. When we left for the Temple Island, I'd intended to let Yufa escape. But when I saw no fear or hesitation in her eyes, I faltered. That's when I realized. It's not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us, I don't care. Please, save her from the curse we've placed on her.
Oh, yeah.
Well
it's
said.
her. She's gonna be our next
Spoken
ally.
like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust, Captain?
No objections.
Yes. Let's get her back.
Right. We're not in the business of abandoning people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though, would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
What? That is the very symbol of our faith.
If they've the strength to overcome the Templar's trials, then they could have already taken the lance for themselves. Yet still they seek permission. I trust them. It seems like they really do believe in what they say.
But they're not like us. They're outsiders.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They're people just like us. If the race on the mainland taught me anything, it's that.
Wait, it'll take more than a day to save her, right? Not to be morbid, but will your sister survive that long?
She knows those halls better than I do. If she's found a safe enough chamber, she can stay out of sight. And I made sure to bring food to the temple when we left. She could survive for even 4 weeks. Yufa is a priestess. She knows her life is too valuable to the ritual not to keep going. Your offenses will be pardoned. Anything you need, I'll try to provide. So please, save Yufa.
Well, glad we talked our way out of being thrown back in a cell. This place is rather cozy, especially compared to a prison.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
Wait, weren't you staying in Broilhaven? What kind of rundown hovels do you board in?
Don't worry
Finally, we may come and go as we please. Even if we must bow to Luis's whim, we need not draw the same ire.
I know, right? But lifting the prince's curse will only be the beginning. The public has to recognize him as the rightful king too.
Considering the road ahead, it might do to help as many people as we can while we hunt the lance. And ideally, keep the other candidates in check too.
All done with negotiations, are you?
I don't know what we'd do without you. It's amazing how you can lead those guards on such a long chase and turn up none the worse for wear.
No one alive can catch a couple of platypus lads in the woods.
I need to show my friend this guy's character design.
Our job's to get the lance. I assume that hasn't changed?
Well then, let's lay out our situation. Our destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, we'll also be looking for the village priestess, Yufa.
The hell we will. I thought we made it clear we were here for the lance.
According to Edeni, the lance's actual place in the temple is a close-guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
Nope.
We've got two problems to worry about. Firstly, by now, the temple's positively awash with melancholia. We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living, and therefore angry, dragon.
Hope we don't have a battle like that ahead of us. But we'd better make sure we don't lose if we do.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days. Beyond that, we can't say if the priestess would survive.
Your pardon?
So?
You all, you're going to save Priestess Yufa?
Yep.
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes, I know. You're exactly right. But you have to understand, not everyone here wanted sacrifice. To see a girl her age going willingly to die. She's as young as my own child. It's not right. So please.
We will see the girl safely home. You have our word.
'Tis a strange irony. We came only for the lance, but even that pursuit has earned us a chance to save a life.
Oddly familiar. You sought me intent on capture, and instead convinced me to join you. You have a knack for opening doors others have closed.
Well, let's get some rest for tomorrow. Getting lost in the wild and captured by soldiers really takes it out of you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So, are I still gonna get requests here and shit? Or do they have an Idols Day sales as well? What kind of place the Drink Temple is?
We gotta prep.
Let's talk about what we need at the island first. When we're ready, the Gauntlet Runner is on the eastern beach of the island.
What can I do for you?
Welcome, travelers. As part of your quick request, you'll find rest here whenever you need it. Oh, thanks.
All right, then.
Beg pardon?
I heard you say the chief's life. For that, I offer you my thanks. Let that be the last time you interfere with our business. Island matters should be resolved by island people. That's fair.
What's going on?
It's an outsider. Oh!
Well, now, what are we on about?
We came to see the podium.
Let's not.
Let us have
Well,
faith
now,
in
what are we
Lady
on
Yufa.
about?
Hey!
Why is there's a King's Rock here? Alright. And the bigger the face on the rock, the more qualified the candidate. Ford and Luis. 1,000 Magla. At least we know where we stand.
Let us have
Get back
faith
to it.
in Lady Yufa.
Beg your pardon?
You're able to find your way around that. Our city wasn't built with outsiders in mind, you see. If you climb the ladder behind me, you'll find an equipment shop and general store. If they'll be of any help to you, feel free to visit. Yeah, do you have like a request board here? Doesn't look like it.
The goal.
What are you lot here? Come to store livestock too? I swear, the chief's not making thinking rashly, asking assistance from other tribes. We should honor Lady Yufa's wish and let her fulfill her duty. Yeah, no.
Excuse me? Huh?
Oh, you guys have an inn? Oh, that's a cool door open animation. Is everyone here, Matsuri?
Isn't this a dilemma? What's up?
Oh, I've heard about you a lot. With the food you hear, I wonder if the food here will be to your taste. Tell me about the island. Very well. For Masuri, this island is a sacred place, like a holy land. As a matter of fact, Altabury was once too. The land was dedicated to the Sanctus Church.
Guess there's nothing to be done
This island became
about
our
it.
only home. As such, we grew more and more isolated.
What's up?
Does the sea island or rest overseas? As you can see, there's many aspects of this island that don't travel well. The food, the clothes we wear, our masks. But that doesn't mean we shun the outside world. Our chief, for example, went to the mainland for the tournament, for example. Even so, it's still a rare thing to see members of our tribe, such as yourselves, visiting from overseas.
What's up?
What dish do you recommend? Not much of a dish, but we do have precious fruit that ripens just once a year. It's so precious that, well, maybe it's not something you'd be served.
What'll I do?
I don't even know if you're allowed to have it, though missing out on the flavor would be quite the shame.
Well,
I need to take my mask off the heat, but drinking through it is not bad, actually. With the mask on, you drink feels like 10. One drink feels like 10. Bad news can't get in as easy. Makes it easier to forget it all. Oh, that's kind of depressing. There's no stopping these drunks. Can't blame them since we in the story don't speak when we speak our minds.
leave it out, mate.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Oh wow, this ladder is long.
Stop!
What are you doing? Snooping around the neighborhood? And you still our valuables, I bet. Hey, there's no need to be suspicious. We're not trying to make enemies here. Don't think you can swim me so easily. You come in here, hunt down a divine relic, haven't you? Next door, they're expecting a child soon. This island's full of innocent people just like that who just want to live in peace. Please, just leave us alone.
Huh?
Yeah, fair as much. I knew there'd be something, one of these gold beetles somewhere.
Well now, what are we on
His
about?
injury, the chiefs immediately devoted himself to garnering trust for you among Burger's people. My duty is to believe the chief protected him. If you are his ally, then you are mine as well. Oh, thank you! This is out of my trust. Be sure you do not betray it. You know what? Bet!
What now?
Yo, let's one piece this shit. You gave me food? Alright, clearly I need to help you out. That's how that works, right?
It was all in vain.
Unstinking
When I
believable.
see speak to you, I've been marked as a servitor of the peace. There's some among us who are even more chatty, well, shall we say. But to me, this is security and silence. You know what? That's fair. I don't hate you for that. Chief's place. Oh,
it was
is
all
that
in
another?
vain.
Huh, just another gold beetle right there.
It was all in vain. We are witness to the wrath of the gods.
I failed. I couldn't protect the chiefs or island traditions. I feel so powerless. This is what spirit feels like. What good of mine if I can't protect anything?
Excuse me?
Hey, have you come to see the mural? Why does your helmet have ears? The Dragon God's power keeps this island safe, or so they say. Do you have any powers as well? My third eye sees an unusual flow of magma in you. Oh! Appears to be a religious painting of the islands.
Here.
There's a bed with a priestess laying on it. The people around her are clearly distraught, like they're in tears. I'm sure it's a picture of the village's sacrificial rite, but it reminds me too much of things from the prince. Not a good feeling either way. They're convinced the sacrifice will appease the dragon god, but maybe it will, I guess, but it's hard to come to terms with it. I very much doubt that.
Really now?
Don't cause in trouble, you don't want to end up back in prison. I won't.
We are witness to the wrath
Yes.
of the gods.
It's you. I apologize for placing such a heavy burden on the visitor. I'll be able to join you after my wounds heal.
Think we'll make it?
Don't push yourself. We'll handle the island for now. You just rest up. I'm in your debt.
All right then.
Oh, can't go that way. Gotta go this way. Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Do I still get...
What now?
I guess I'll check in 2 days. There's nothing we can do. We are not worthy enough to offer ourselves up as sacrifice at this place of the priestess. The Dragon God wishes for the destruction of our island. We can only wait quietly for it. Fuck that noise.
Oi!
If you looked out of the view from here, you know, I want you to visit the outside world too, but rather than despairing when I learn what it's really like out there, I'd rather just stay here where I know I'm comfortable. The outside world's too big to care about people like us. I want to say he's wrong, but that'd be a lie. Thank you.
I won't be forgiving that anytime soon. Really now?
Don't meet their eyes. They're outsiders we've all been talking about. Didn't our problems begin when they showed up? Why don't they do us a favor and go back home? I just got here.
Welcome.
We're now is barely scraping by, trying to stock meat and vegetables.
Now then.
You know what? You're barely scraping by. I got you.
Such a sky shore.
If I me.
One thing to probably about Islanders, we're not used to visitors from the mainland. Everyone's anxious. Hard not to be after the string of bad luck we've had. Used to be that you could spot fairies on this island if you looked hard enough. Pretty sure they're all gone now. You know what? You guys treat me better than the other places I've been to, so I'm not mad. That's a goblin runner. You came to the island of that thing? The outside world is frightening. I don't think we either of us would if we were to go to war. You would not. Please don't go to war. Please actively avoid it.
Hey, mister.
Hey, does this thing move exactly? Oh, never mind. If I caught some guys outside, we're getting careful. Hey, yo, Batlin, you here? Where's Batlin at?
The sweep of the
tide. Let's set this very moment out, but we get her there in a heartbeat, riding waves like these. But I'd say the others still aren't ready to go. Where is Batlin?
All right then.
Hey, yo, Batlin, you good? Batlin. Batlin.
All ready for departure? Time to save that bally damsel in distress, eh?
Quite.
So this is the Dragon Temple. It's not too far from Verga Island, but we have to consider the currents.
Now then.
This place here.
Let's see.
It's far. How long will it be? If currents are stable, we'll get there within the
You
day.
would pursue peril.
No time to wait, are we prepared? Yeah, let's go.
Ha! Tally-ho then.
Capital, I'll have you at the temple fast when you can say divine
so
relic.
we bring the fight to them.
Divine relic. Divine relic. Divine relic. I remember there was this old 4Kids, what's it called when you have like those promotional like openings things called? I remember there was one where it was like, we'll have you and help you, and it was for Pokemon. We'll help you be back faster when you can say Zapdos. 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 Ah!
The temples.
Correct. The calls to the mine are running with one of the Nord mines. You would say the priest is beyond our way, but there's still the matter of the lens.
You see?
Take care of your preparations. We cannot save the priestess. Our search will be rushed for long. The dragon god, besides, there really is some men of dragon lurking inside. It will not end well for us. We must prepare for anything.
Yufa.
This girl is a natural martyr. She would give up her life without hesitation. She must be been brought up believing that's simply the way things. My adults should never have the right to sacrifice a child's future. Never.
All right then.
Finish your noodle.
All right.
Esme.
However,
we are rather blessed by the amenities of this gauntlet runner to travel in such comfort. The kitchen is magnificent. Let us focus on the preparation of quality food that alone can mend body and soul. However, one mistake not any meaning. I would have you take the process seriously, as I do not mean to cut corners.
Look!
With a dull assemble, you must throw your entire being into stomping it. Divert all your power to your legs. Yeah! We're a long ways to go, lad. Don't give in to your fatigue. In summary, moderation is key. Clearly, this applies to the heat as well. The shine and density. Why are your feet on the fucking cooking board? I present the taste of my homeland. The finisher noodles. I have no doubt it will make a filling meal. I'm probably never gonna remember to use that.
All right then.
Let's go.
Let's go gambling. Alright, guys.
Okay.
This whole sacrifice business doesn't sit right with me either. But remember, we can't afford to get sidetracked. Don't forget that I was always watching.
A word of warning.
Love you spilled. What the hell is that? Is that just Wayward Evil Magma? Is that the melancholy up there? Well, you spilled on that part back there. Wasn't for show, you know. You spoke feelings to Lord Luis. Sure, you can't really read your true heart, but if it was a blood oath, all the same. I catch one with you going back on it. Well, you've got a lot more blood than where they came from. That's how it be. That's how it is to be in this crew. You hear?
Yufa.
The priestess girl Yufa is alright. I suppose she's well hidden. If there's really is a dragon in there, we need to expect the unexpected. The more research we can do, the better.
Oh, jeez. Understood.
The truth is...
Indeed, I thought of some fixing, but I don't... Oh, I got some tailbait.
Then...
Tailbait. Those fish don't know what's in them. Let's cast. Take a breath.
The fight is on!
Do I actually get different fish depending on what I say there? Yeah. Look at the hole. Thanks for you, of course. To Lord of the Lakes. Nice.
Here we go.
Tension and luck.
Then...
Navigating the archipelago's currents north of Verga Island, the Dragon Temple comes into view. It is dedicated to the dragon god, Et. The wind carries the unsettling cries of beasts over the water, ensuring that even reaching the temple will be a trial. The gauntlet runner pulls into the shores of the isolated island amidst surges of sinister magla.
We're here. Maybe the tide was with us this time, but that was a much quicker trip than I thought.
What's up, Del? You seasick?
No. And keep your eyes on them, not me. Don't want them pinching the lance and doing a runner.
You really worry too much, mate. Once you've got doubts in your head, you don't know how to let them go.
That's the Dragon Temple.
Just as I thought. I've seen this exact view in historical art. It's as ancient as ruins come. Perhaps the reason the Sanctus Church doesn't want anyone near the island is that they want whatever's inside to stay buried.
I'd avoid it too if I could. The place looks totally overrun with magla. We're definitely gonna find some monsters in there.
This melancholia aura is most ominous. What is this magic? We only ever see it when faced with grave burdens.
Might not be unrelated. We know magic is possible without an igniter. In other words, magla can be controlled by the mind alone.
You venture that it springs from mortal minds?
Hey, you lot about finished. Let's get on with it.
He's right. Let's hurry on.
Yeah, let's go get our sick ally.
We're off.
Alright, let's do this. Those come all this overall peculiar. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, let's head on to the temple, yeah? We gotta get that after that lance. Hey, didn't you ever learn his register? I guess it falls to me to teach you basic manners. Quit gawking and move it. We gotta head to the temple. The idea of those brothers shouting our every move. I'm not fond of it. Nothing to be done. Though, so we press on. The temple awaits. So how many more do I have? I have 2 slots left? No, I have 3 slots left. One's gonna be our ally, clearly. I still haven't unlocked Juna yet, now that I think about it. Hi?
Look at the entrance. What's going on here?
It's some kind of giant tree, right? But it almost feels like it's radiating pure magla.
We shall force our way through, if we must.
The wood turns aside all steel. It's no normal tree. The Melancholia's influence, maybe.
That's the best you've got, old man. Too sloppy by half. I'll show you how it's done.
Del, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm sound. Just dizzy, that's all.
Hey, Del! Whoa! You're burning up!
Why?
Allow me.
He was wounded against the human we fought at sea.
Your foot is badly injured. 'Tis infected and inflamed. What possessed you to hide this?
I said I'm fine. Stop wasting time.
A wound-borne fever can turn fatal. We should turn back.
She's right, Del. We've got to get that looked at.
Basilio, are you gonna listen to me or not?
Oh, please. You don't get to die like an idiot. From an infected foot of all things. Learn to rely on your allies. That's what a real warrior does.
Sorry, Del. I can't afford to listen to you this time.
You damned fool.
We need to get back to the village. Every second counts. Teleporting might be our best bet.
Right. We'll be seen, but we don't really have a choice right now. We can't get into the temple like this anyway. Let's ask around back at the village to find out if there's a way in.
Basilio, carry him to the bunk inside the gauntlet runner. Also, once we get moving, don't leave the room or look outside. We're charging home full throttle, understood?
What? Right, got it.
Make me waste a day? Damn you. Should let you die. No.
Hey.
Brian, how's Del doing? You can help him, right? It's a good thing you came back immediately. One more night of this and he'd be lost. But rest easy, boy. I've treated him with both magic and material cures. A good hearty Papyrus constitution should be all he needs to fight the fever. Oh, that's good. However, you must stay on bed rest, even once the fever's down. He pushes himself too far, too fast, and never walk on that leg again. I'd listen to her if I were you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Actually, there's one more thing we could use your wisdom on.
I see.
A giant tree in the temple. I didn't see it when I was in the area. It's grown that much in such a short time. It might be a magma exposure. What was that? The temple's probably leaking the stuff. I believe I understand. If your aim is to destroy the tree, a concoction known as the Ancients as the Potion of Blight may be your wisest choice. Truth be told, there's no record of the ingredients needed to make it. All I know is that they're not found on this island. I've heard of something that reduces thirst is needed. If you can bring me that, I'll try my hand at concocting the Potion of Blight.
Understood.
We'll track that down. If we want to get into the temple, we have to do something about that tree.
Let's give it a shot.
Batlin or informant at the Golden Deer Hearth might know.
Hey.
Sorry, Legion. The way I see it, someone's got to stay and look after Del. He's silly bass. Of course you should stay with him. You know you chase after us. Otherwise, hate to say, we're short on time as it is. Then you might be handle all this temple shit. Seems our debt's been piling up. Don't worry about it.
Listen.
This is about Del, so would say, they're gonna run off with a lance and waste them. But me, I don't think you lot of that.
Yeah.
I trust you. So we'll hang around there, and then you sort out the lance. And well, the priestess girl and all, like you like. And they turn me back on your sister after all you've done for me and your own brother, now can I? Fidello could stand to learn a lot from you if you ask me. Don't worry, you can leave it to us.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I am wasting days helping you people.
Nonetheless,
the giant tree is blocking our way on the Dragon Temple. I'm very much looking forward to covering its potion of blood. Don't get ahead of yourself, though. We still don't have the ingredients. Seems there's something about it that makes it tough to gather all of them here on the island. Indeed. So it seems we have no choice but to track those down first. A maddening delay. Both the priestess and the lance we seek sit outside the temple beyond our reach. We have no idea how big the temple is on the inside, or what menace of enemies await us. It would be likely to be more difficult than any of our previous endeavors.
Let's focus.
17 days. 6 stars. Jesus. Mission with a deadline has begun. You can chart a course to the Dragon Temple by visiting the Round Table and the Gauntlet Runner, which is parked on the beach of Virgo Island. Because of the scorching heat, inclement weather that may occur around Virgo Island, the beasts of you first trapped in the Dragon Temple. Rescue her and tame Dracodios before the day you depart for Altaberry. Version which caused something to do with it. Sure, by asking people in the village if they know anything about the potion ingredients.
Uh-huh.
Heard word from the chief. Please continue to use this in as you see your needs. I truly hope you find a way to prevent Lady you from sacrificing yourself.
What's going on?
Goodness.
Basilio and Fidello wouldn't know caution if it bit them in the bum. All the same, we have to do something about the giant tree in the temple, don't we?
What's going on?
All right then.
What are my options here?
Fool, I told her how dangerous it was. Hey, aren't you the outsider's promised to save Lady Yuka? If only you'd come a little early, then my reckless fool of a sister might still be alive.
What?
She passed away? Do you want to talk about it? Well, she was a bit strange, very interested in monsters. She left home one day and set up towards a den of them. Just about her curiosity. She really was a fool, and what happened so many times, the people of the island gave up on her. You come back unscathed every time before, but her luck is bound to run out. There's been no news for ages.
I beseech you.
Will you be willing to avenge her? I'd sleep easier if you go to the Spire of Blind Faith to slay the monster. Sure.
God, I am grateful.
Truly in your debt. Maybe this way her soul will find solace. There's a bird-like monster known as the Leogaron that lords over the tower. I think that's what most likely killed her. You should ask the informant in the tavern for the specific location of the Spire of Blind Faith. And while you're at it, some information on the monster.
I beseech
I don't mean
you.
to send you into harm's way, but you seem capable enough. Please help her rest in peace.
Give it a shot.
6.5. Okay. Tragic. Let's kill that monster for him. After we go to speak of the island informant.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Aha!
Perhaps the boy who promised to save our priestess. If you're from the mainland, by any chance, have you been to the Lycan Igniter shop in Grand Strand?
Yes!
Oh, Brigade shop? Well, yeah, we're basically
Lycan.
really. Then could you do me a favor? I need someone to take this Igniter to the Lycan shop and have it appraised. It's like, not too long ago, a trader came to our shores and sold this model for cheap. Claimed it was a broken piece of regional craftsmanship, but if I'm right, it's an Igniter. Pretty valuable one, too. And I hope that Lycan store can appraise it and back up our evaluation. You literally just hand us this valuable Igniter over to people you met a minute ago? I have to. I have no other context on Grand Trad, and the future Mistari is riding on it. Of course, I can promise a reward too.
No kidding.
Sounds like it'll be an errand to the Royal Capital to get this Igniter. Sure.
I am so grateful.
Thank you so much. It's in your hands then. Here's the Igniter. I need you to get it to the official certificate of appraisal from Lycan, and bring it back here. You know where to find me. Sure. Well, a simple appraisal shouldn't take too long. If we end up at the Royal Capital, let's stop by the Igniter shop.
Let's give it a shot.
Speaking of that, before I continue onwards, I need to see that new amulet that I got. +5 to all stats. That's crazy. Oh, so you're interesting.
Leave it out, mate.
Yo, we're battling it.
All right then.
Wow.
Cheers.
You're the one who saved the priestess, or are you not? I just know there are good people outside the island. I'm afraid I have nothing to material to give you in return, but I can share my knowledge with you. Ask me and I'll tell you all that you know. You see, I once lived outside the island and worked as an informant. I'm now but a humble fisherman, but my knowledge for the surrounding area is still unmatched.
Fancy a bit of info?
What do you say? Is there anything you'd like to learn? Hey, do you happen to know about where we might get ingredients for a blight potion? Or a potion of blight? We need to save the priestess. Ah yes, the predicament. I've already looked into it myself and I apologize. I wasn't able to find any useful information here on this island. I've heard that there may have been better luck finding out what you need in the royal capital. There should be an informant there. I'm sure you'll be glad to do your business.
Okay.
Got it. That makes sense. Seeing how Grand Strat is just full of unique things all over, let's check in with the city informant. I'll get that information later.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Actually, I don't want to drag this episode out too long. I think for right now, that's a pretty good place to stop. When we return, we're going to finish up some quests and get our 6 allies, hopefully. If not, we'll get her in a short order. Maybe we'll get her at the start of the dungeon. Maybe we'll get her at the end. Who knows? Either way, I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night. Rip your rep. Right now, I am out. Later.